What is up, everybody? Chuck here, and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Hopefully everybody is having a fantastic week. Today we are going to be counting down the top 5 funniest sightings of the week. Quick reminder, I've got a bunch of t-shirts for sale. They're only going to be available for about 24 more hours from the time that you're watching this video, so make sure you check them out. Link is in the description of this video. If you buy one, I'll follow you on Instagram. But hold up, I'm going to be doing something on my channel that I haven't done in like 3 or 4 years, and that is a Q&A. So if there's anything you've ever wanted to ask me or anything that you just want to ask me right now, all you got to do is ask it in the comment section below this video. Any question you can ask 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 if you want. Just make sure that if you see a bunch of other people asking the same question that you don't ask it too, because that would be boring. So that video will be out tomorrow, and without further ado, let's get on to the countdown. Kicking it off at number 5, we've got a couple Pokemon that are just a little bit strange. Now the first Pokemon we're going to examine is an Arcanine. Now this Arcanine is 2 meters tall. That's a little bit over 6.5 feet. So if you're trying to picture something that is 6.5 feet tall, picture LeBron James, okay? If you don't know who he is, he's a basketball player. Also, if you don't know who he is, are you living under a rock? He's like this. Can you see this? He's like about this tall. Right here. You probably couldn't see that, but it doesn't matter. 6.5 feet tall, although LeBron weighs probably around 250, 260 pounds. But this Arcanine that London sent in, 1.3 pounds. So just picture LeBron James and just squeeze it all the way in to the point where you're literally at about the width of a pencil, and then just stack like 6 of them up on top of each other, and somehow that is what this Arcanine looks like. But if you thought that was weird, we've got another one from Matt, and this time it's a Viola Plume. And this Viola Plume is almost 3 feet tall. So picture something about 3 feet tall, about this tall right here. Now also picture something, I don't even know if you can see this, also picture something that weighs 1 gram, because this Viola Plume from Matt weighs literally 1 gram. 3 feet tall, 1 gram. So if you had to picture it, just grab a string. I need a string. I don't have a string. It's literally just a string. This Viola Plume weighs as much as 1 3-foot long string. How? Anyways, thank you guys both for sending those in. It's always fun to picture strangely underweight Pokemon that are just way too tall for how much they weigh. It doesn't make any sense. No, I don't have a segment dedicated to this today, but we had to showcase this one because it is absolutely fantastic. Doran sent this one in on Twitter, and it is an absolutely glorious dick road that seems to be shooting something into a pond, but that's none of my business. Now on to the real number 4. We got a sighting sent in by David. Now it's always awesome to save up like 3 or 4 months worth of Stardust and have $1 million or $2 million and be like, yes, I cannot wait to spend all of this on my Pokemon. They're all going to be super powerful and I'm going to be so happy when it's done. But we never realize that when we're done, we're going to go into a Stardust depression, because David sent this one in and he had literally 1 speck of Stardust left when he was done powering up his Pokemon. Literally just one. Just one. That hurts me. Appreciate you sending that in. Thank you very much, David. Now, this next sighting at number 3 is sent in by somebody named Language. Now, I hope your parents didn't actually name you Language. I'm assuming they didn't, but you also don't have a real name, so your name here is Language. And I'm going to show this sighting on the screen for, let's say, like 10 seconds. And your goal is to simply find the trainer. And when you do find the trainer, leave a comment below, of course, after leaving your Q&A question, that just says, I found it, truck. Good luck. But moving on to number 2, we have perhaps one of the most frustrating sightings from Pokemon Go. Now, we've all encountered this, where you're trying to click on a certain Pokemon and you end up clicking on a Pidgey. There's a Charizard there and you click on a Pidgey and clearly you didn't mean to do it. Or there are 2 Pokestops that are literally on top of each other, but you can't seem to click the right one to spin it, even though you've already spun the other one. But have you ever seen this? Sent in by Kyle. It is a Pokestop literally inside of a gym. I could not imagine how frustrating that would be. You could be literally like 3,000 miles away from a gym, but if you accidentally click anywhere near a gym, it'll be like, oh, welcome to our gym. Would you like to battle? Oh, I'm sorry, you're too far away. But it does seem like somebody was able to drop a lure, so it can't be impossible, just painfully difficult. Kyle, thank you very much for sending that one in. On to number 1, and this is going to make you all cry. Now, we've had a few sightings like the one you're about to see that have been featured on this countdown before, like negative Pokecoins or like negative 2 kilometers on their buddy. I don't know how it happens, but what you're about to witness is horrifying. Josh somehow managed to walk negative 140 kilometers on his 2-kilometer egg. Now, the only explanation that I can come up with for how this would happen is that Josh's legs are backwards, and when he walks, even though he's facing this way, he's going like this. So everybody, a moment of silence for Josh, who will probably never be able to hatch a regular egg ever again. Seriously, that's like 80 miles. Josh is going to have to run 3 marathons just to start being able to hatch his eggs again. Thank you everybody for sending in all of your sightings. I love you all. I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to leave a question in the comment section below for the Q&A that will be up tomorrow. That'll be a really fun video, so make sure to look out for it. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and if you're not new here, make sure you turn on your notifications. All you have to do is click the bell, make that bell ring, and then tomorrow's video you can be part of the notification squad because they're cooler than everybody else. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.